Working your way up the corporate ladder is not intuitive or easy, and I'm not yet near where I plan on going. But in this video, I will share with you how I went from $12 an hour to $85,000 per year and everything in between. I think you're going to find this video useful, especially if you're trying to progress in your career. Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome to Transparent Finance, where my goal is to be as open as possible with my finances. If you subscribe to this channel and watch my videos, I know that you will improve your overall understanding of building your net worth and retiring early. Getting back to our topic, I want to briefly paint a picture of where I started. I graduated college in 2009, and for those that don't know, this was one of the worst times to graduate college in recent history. I spent 3 years bouncing around from odd job to odd job while also working on my web hosting affiliate website. Luckily, the affiliate website was bringing in about $600 per month at the time, which was plenty to keep me occupied. So it was just enough to help supplement my income. For this salary journey, I will not be talking about those odd jobs that I worked because they are irrelevant to my story. I'm going to stick with the jobs that were aligned with my career track and made the most sense to include here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with my first relevant job out of college. Keep in mind this job started 3 years after I graduated college, and at the time it was kind of a big deal for me. The year was 2012 and I got a job as a marketing coordinator at a web hosting company in Florida. My starting pay was $12 an hour, and looking back I could only laugh because at the time I thought I was getting paid pretty well. I had a ton of college friends who were still struggling to find a job pertaining to their degree, and I was happy just to be working 40 hours per week. Not only was my pay very low, but part of the offer was that I had to shut down my web hosting affiliate website. I agreed to this under the assumption that I would be able to rapidly move up in the company and increase my pay drastically. Spoiler alert, that did not happen. The next pay increase came a year and a half later in 2014 when I was finally eligible for a raise. I was pumped to present how much value I was bringing to the company at my review, only to find out that the company was giving me a 10-cent per hour raise. I have a whole entire video dedicated to this raise, so be sure to head down to the description section and check it out when you are finished with this video. Now, you might be laughing at how terrible this raise was, but when I look back, this was actually great for my career. It really lit a fire in me to get out there and find a higher paying job. I think back, and if they would have doubled my pay at my review, there's a good chance I would still be there today. And doubling $12 an hour is still under $50,000 per year. At the end of the day, I presented my case and showed how much value I provided for the company. Ultimately, they didn't want to hear it, and they said that next year I could potentially get a better raise. I did not stick around long enough to see that day. After a few months of looking around, I had a recruiter reach out to me about a job that paid $65,000 per year. This was a big sign to me that I was on the right track, and this company had a great reputation in my area. I accepted the offer after my first interview, and for the next 4 years, my raises were pretty standard, going up to a salary of $75,000. I really loved this job because the work was enjoyable and my coworkers were really easygoing. There were also some really cool perks, like the fact that the company rented out Universal Studios for 1 day a year from 6 p.m. to midnight strictly for the employees and their families. The company ended up getting acquired by a bigger national corporation, and they offered me a $25,000 retention bonus on top of my salary, which I gladly accepted. Ultimately, my wife and I decided to take a 6-month around the world trip, which required both of us to quit our jobs. If you want me to do a video about how we afforded that, be sure to leave me a comment. This was the ultimate bucket list trip, and we did so much of what we both wanted to do that if I never traveled internationally again, I would be okay with that. We were also lucky that our trip ended in December 2019, which was right before all the pandemic lockdowns. Getting back to my salary journey, when we got back from our trip, I had a lot of work to do trying to find a job. Luckily, I was able to find one pretty quickly, working for a publicly traded company. I started in February 2020, which was the month before the pandemic lockdown, and we ended up going fully remote the very next month, which is perfectly fine with me. My starting pay was $70,000 with a $5,000 yearly bonus. And as of right now, it is $75,000 with a $10,000 yearly bonus. And working for this company keeps me very optimistic because there is a lot of opportunity for upward mobility. I think that if you're currently looking for a job, you should really consider what type of positions you can move into after you outgrow your current position. I also want to say that there are too many people out there who think their job is secure. This channel is dedicated to me being transparent with my finances, but also helping you get into a more secure financial position. With that being said, in this day and age, job security is a myth at best. I urge you to look into what else you could do on the side to bolster your financial situation. For me, that is real estate investment and my small mobile application company that brings me about $20,000 per year. Hey, real quick, thanks so much for watching up to this point in the video. I appreciate all of you, and I wanted to encourage you to subscribe to this channel if this is the type of content you are interested in. Don't forget to head over to my channel and check out my latest monthly net worth update. If you know anything about the YouTube algorithm, you know that if you like, comment, and share this video, it will help this video and others to get to the people that need to see them. As you can see, my salary journey has only improved in the past 10 years, and I suspect it's only going up from here. From being unemployed to $85,000 per year, I think that's pretty decent. Let's do a quick recap of how we got here. I started with my first career job out of college that paid me $12 per hour. Given the already low pay, it should have been a surprise to absolutely nobody that they gave me a 10-cent per hour raise after working there for a year and a half. My first job paid me $65,000 starting out, and over the next 4 years, I was able to work that up up to $75,000 per year. After a 6-month sabbatical, I was able to secure my next job paying me $75,000 per year, ultimately getting up to my current pay of $85,000 per year. I am very curious what you all think about this, and I am also interested to see what you all have to share about your own salary. Do you think that I am overpaid or underpaid for a media manager living in Florida? I post new videos every single week, so be sure to check those out. That's it for now. Until next time, keep at it.